Earthcasting is a technique where we make molds by digging, by mounding, by creating shape in the earth itself. And then we pour pretty high-tech reinforced concrete into those molds. And then after curing occurs, we pick up these shapes and stand them against the sky. And out of that comes this very unusual surface and shape that is a balance between human intention and the grain of nature.
In North Carolina, we really have almost a dual personality when it comes to the arts. In one way, our citizens love these arts traditions that have been shaped over generations. And yet, on the other hand, we have this creative or innovative streak that makes us want to seek out new and contemporary forms of arts expression.
FLU started with an NEA grant. About 4 or 5 years ago, an Our Town grant developed a whole lot of interest in downtown Kinston. That piece is on the site of an old tobacco warehouse, which was torn down and left a kind of hole in the urban fabric. In this case, we made a tobacco field right there on the site and cast these 7 barn forms and stood them along the street. So it forms an edge to the street, but also almost a colonnade you can walk through. FLU is the latest edition of really cool things that people want to see and come to North Carolina to experience.
In North Carolina, we've created a system of cultural trails that crisscross our state that focus on some of our really deep grassroots arts traditions. It's a way for a person to curate their own experience.
The Kinston Music Park is a significant addition to eastern North Carolina, and we think it's so important because there's so much history that's been lost or hadn't been recorded at all. Kinston itself was a hub of musical activities many years ago. In fact, the location of the park is where there was a tobacco warehouse where many famous musicians performed. People like Count Basie, Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong were all a part of the Kinston musical scene. So there were no concert halls to have things, but when you're going to do something, the biggest venue would have been a warehouse. Well, with the demise of tobacco and smoking, many of the warehouses have been demolished. And so the park being located there is very significant. The park itself contains information, you can hear the music, or just relax in the park. So I think it's a very important step to historical remembrance. I got involved in arts education in North Carolina at a very early age. I knew that the arts were very important, and I've always been an advocate for the arts. And so by my being a musician, education became very easy to me. The arts are very important in education. Unfortunately, many people still don't realize that. And I have been fighting for that all of my 83 years of being in this world. The National Endowment for the Arts has been a wonderful thing to have here in this state. We've received funding, we've made sure that the funds were used correctly, and we look forward to many more years of cooperation with them. Congratulations on your 50th anniversary, and wish you many more years of success.